Hi, everybody. I'm Jen Cushman. I think you might know me by now. I am a mixed media artist and instructor. I've been doing it for 25 years. Have you ever had a button or a shell or some kind of object that you have that is so incredibly precious to you and you want to be able to use it in your art, but you just can't because it's so precious to you? That's me. I love, love, love found objects. I end up, every time I travel, I go to the Paris flea markets. I go to the flea markets in the south of France, the Alameda flea markets in California. I go to unique shops, vintage shops, yard sales, anything that you possibly can, because I am always on the hunt for very cool vintage objects that I can use in either my collage, my jewelry, or my assemblage. Now, one of the things I realized when I was doing these collections, particularly when I was going internationally and I was going to some of these places to find my found objects, one of the things I realized is I became a little bit of a hoarder with them. I didn't want to use them in my art because I only had one of them or two or three. And then when I did use them in my art, I had to price my work accordingly because of the preciousness of the found object. What I want to tell you is that my world opened up as a mixed media artist when I found out about mold making and casting. And that's when I was able to take my favorite found objects and I was able to make a mold of them and then use a two-part epoxy resin and be able to make replicas of my favorite found objects. And then I experimented and I learned how to use paint and other inclusions and other kinds of art materials to go ahead and make them so realistic that people cannot tell the original object from the cast object. And then it was easier to be able to use these pieces in my work, in my assemblage, in my collage, in my jewelry. And I was able to price them so much better and so much easier because they were replicas. I am so excited to tell you that I have finally taken all of that information, all of that knowledge, all of those years of experiences, and I have created a masterclass, Ready, Set, Cast, for Create Arts Online. And Ready, Set, Cast, mastering found objects, mastering mold making and resin casting, is going to be launched and released Friday, April 24th, 2026, on the Create Arts Online platform. And I am letting you know how very excited I am about this class. This is a course for you if you love new techniques. If you want to figure out how to add more dimensionality to your assemblage pieces, your collage pieces, or to make things like vintage hardware jewelry, and you want to be able to make jewelry out of those cast pieces, this is the class for you. If you are a maker who just wants to experiment in a brand new way and figure out how to use resin so much differently than just using it in jewelry and just putting an image and a dome on it, this is a class for you. If you took my first course with Create Arts Online, Ready, Set, Resin, and you are actually wanting to do something with resin now and you want to step it up and do something different with it, then this course is for you. So I'm going to be giving a lot more information on it, but the most important thing for you to know is the course launches again Friday, April 24th, 2026 on the Create Arts Online platform. I would love to have you join me. I would love to see what you make. I promise you, I gave it all away, 100% all away, so you can be 100% successful in your making and your art and your casting with this unique and exciting material. So I hope you join me soon, and I can't wait to do some casting with you.